Good evening to everyone. Then we have discussed about the transducer, the feedback device. Transducer is two type: analog type, digital type. Analog transducer is a feedback device which produces a variable electrical voltage. This voltage varies in proportion to the rotational speed of the input shaft and can be easily measured and converted into linear distance to indicate corresponding positions of machine table. Digital transducer. It is normally employed to convert the rotary motion of the machine lead screws into countable electrical pulses. The number of these pulses indicates the linear distance moved by the table of the machine corresponding to the rotation of the lead screw. Obviously, this device must be attached to the lead screw of machine table. This is a digital transducer. The next controller. The software which control the program in different language is known as controller. Panax software, Cadm, Sign numeric, Lakshmi numeric, Indian controller, Mesotron, Masak, code, ISO, dialog mode. In ISO mode, we have to write the program with the G code and M code. Example G19T1 L0 R5. In dialog mode, we have to write the program in English language. Example tool def DLR program variable. G is known as preparatory code. M is known as miscellaneous or machines code. N is known as black number. S is known as spindle speed. F is known as feed rate. R is known as radius compensation. L is known as length of set. T is known as tool number. Step to write a program. Read the drawing. Think about all sequential operation. Specify raw material size. Tool definition. Tool call. Specify the tool position. Specify the Z0 position. Specify the depth of cut. Specify coordinates for cutting operation. Retract the tool at the end of the cut. End of the program. G code. G0 not rabbit movement of tool. G0 one linear interpolation with the control feed rate. G7 tool orientation in XY plane in Z axis. G18 tool orientation in ZX plane in Y axis. G19 tool orientation YZ plane in Z axis. G71 metric programming mode. G70 inch programming mode. G30 lower left corner of job. G31 upper right corner of the job. G90 absolute programming mode. G91 incremental programming mode. M code. M00 program stop. M01 optional stop. M02 program end. M03 program end and reset. M03 spindle orientation clockwise. M04 spindle orientation anti-clockwise. M08 coolant on. M09 coolant off. M13 spindle feed orientation clockwise with coolant on. MG03 and M08. Next, M14 spindle orientation anti-clockwise with coolant on. M04 plus M08. M05 spindle stop. M06 tool call or tool change. Maximum moment of tool. X290 and Y17. Maximum line and column in CNC editor. Z235. Lines 32647. Column 241. Functional key F1 help. This is the functional key working on the part programming. F1 is help, F2 for save, F3 for load for open, F5 machine information, F7 to mark a block, F8 to time to cancel a mark, F9 for simulation, F10 for main menu to run a program. F9 run program, enter. Datum setting. The process of defining the origin of the WPP to the machines is known as datum setting. To set the datum, F9 set datum, enter. This is the F9 set datum, enter, use the navigation. To save the file, F2 define the file name, maximum 8 character, enter the create new file. F10 CNC file, enter new, enter. To open a file, Enter select the file, enter to save as file. The minimum gap between the black. Place the cursor in gap. Control Y. To close the software, Alt Q.